Matthew 10:28, a verse within the Gospel of Matthew, speaks to the immeasurable value and significance of the human soul. It emphasizes that the worth of a person's soul surpasses any temporal achievements or external circumstances. Regardless of one's social status, wealth, or accomplishments, every individual possesses a soul of intrinsic value. This understanding prompts a revaluation of human worth, shifting the focus from worldly measures to the eternal significance of the soul. In the latter part of the verse, Jesus instructs his disciples to fear God. This concept of fear extends beyond a mere sense of terror or anxiety. It encompasses reverence, awe, and an acknowledgement of God's divine authority. The fear of God implies recognizing and submitting to His supremacy, holiness, and sovereignty. It is an attitude of deep respect and humble reverence, rooted in the understanding of God's omniscience, omnipotence, and perfection. Matthew 10:28 also alludes to the eternal nature of the soul. It suggests that our choices and actions in this life have far-reaching consequences that extend beyond our earthly existence. The verse implies that the soul continues to exist beyond death and carries with it an eternal destiny. Thus, the decisions made during our mortal lives have implications for our eternal state. This understanding compels individuals to consider the weightiness of their choices and the significance of aligning their lives with God's purposes. Within Matthew 10:28 lies the implication of a spiritual battle for the souls of humanity. It suggests the existence of opposing forces, good and evil, contending for the allegiance and eternal destiny of individuals. This spiritual struggle encompasses the temptations, trials, and tribulations encountered throughout life. It underscores the importance of spiritual discernment, moral choices, and alignment with God's will. The verse prompts believers to be aware of the spiritual dimensions at play and to consciously navigate the battle for their souls. The verse in question implies that human beings possess freedom and responsibility. It highlights the capacity for individuals to make choices that shape their lives and eternal destiny. While this freedom grants autonomy, it also carries a corresponding responsibility to exercise discernment, wisdom, and moral judgment. Understanding the implications of this freedom prompts individuals to consider the consequences of their choices, directing them towards actions that align with God's principles. Matthew 10:28 contains an implicit invitation to seek salvation and find rest in God. It suggests that through faith in Jesus Christ and acceptance of His redemptive work, individuals can find forgiveness, reconciliation with God, and the assurance of eternal life. This invitation extends God's grace and love to humanity, offering a pathway to spiritual peace and rest. It invites individuals to respond to the call of salvation, to find solace for their souls, and to embrace the hope of eternal communion with God. To live in light of Matthew 10:28 involves aligning one's life with the profound truths it presents. It calls for a reassessment of priorities, perspectives, and behaviors in light of the eternal nature of the soul. Living in light of this verse necessitates a deeper commitment to God, a pursuit of righteousness, and a stewardship of the soul characterized by reverence and obedience. It encourages believers to continuously seek spiritual growth, to walk in wisdom, and to embody the principles of love, justice, and compassion. Throughout history, Matthew 10:28 has held significance for believers, providing solace, guidance, and spiritual insight. The verse has encouraged contemplation on the mysteries of life, death, and the nature of the soul. It has reminded individuals of the eternal value and significance of their souls, prompting them to live with awe, reverence, and gratitude towards God. In contemporary society, this verse continues to hold relevance, challenging individuals to reevaluate their priorities, navigate ethical dilemmas, and seek spiritual fulfillment amidst a world driven by temporary pursuits. Matthew 10:28 stands as a powerful verse within the Gospel of Matthew, conveying timeless truths about the value of the soul, the fear of God, and the eternal consequences of our choices. It prompts believers to reorient their perspective, embracing the eternal significance of their souls and living in reverence towards God. This verse invites individuals to participate in the spiritual battle, exercise freedom with responsibility, and respond to the invitation of salvation. As believers embrace the profound truths of Matthew 10:28, may it inspire them to live lives of purpose, aligned with God's will, and grounded in the assurance of their eternal destiny.